Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm, and welcome to week 5's veggie box. So it's different things are starting to come, so it makes it kind of exciting. I was just out in my garden this morning and looking, and I have things blooming, and yeah, so it's fun. I'll have to do a garden tour, but Missy has to come watch. She's down there because I don't know if you can. You see Missy? Ah, there's Missy. Silly old Missy. So, here's this week's box. Ah, tipping. First, some broccoli. There were some leaves on this, and I gave them to the chickens already because I was out of greens for them. But isn't that a pretty little head of broccoli? Look at this week's tomato. I forget what these are called. They're green though. This is ripe. The green with the stripes. It is so pretty, isn't it? I'm excited to use that. We're still in candy onion season, which is good because I have been using these every week between burgers and hot dogs and salads and just cooking. They smell strong, but they're not at all. When you cut them up, they're just sweet as can be and no strong flavor. I got a little red tomato. What kind of red? It's another heirloom variety of tomato. So I got those. Red skin potatoes. Red skins, because I still have some from last week. I'm going to use some for dinner one night this week. But I'm thinking of making a red skin potato salad. It has bacon and ranch and green onions. And some of my family don't like mayonnaise. My son loves it. But I thought that would be a different, to go with steak or something. I think that would be really a nice change from the traditional potato salad that I make. And I love with the eggs and the celery and the onions and lots of eggs. And I have a video on that. It's just a traditional, yummy potato salad. But I think I'm going to try a variation this week. Oh, a rogue potato there. A head of garlic. Need to let this dry. Isn't that? Look how nice and big. And I've been using the fresh garlic and cooking, and oh my gosh, I put some in the crock pot with venison, and it was wonderful venison. 3 more yellow squash. I love yellow squash. I've had them sauteed, but I haven't done them yet, and it's my favorite way. I used to do it as a young teenager. Just slice and boil, steam, and then butter and salt and pepper. I just love it that way. So that might be lunch. The beans are starting. Here we got some wax beans. That's what we call them, wax beans, yellow beans, but they were always wax beans in my family. Let me know what you call them. There's a few green in there too, so this will make a nice dinner. A few years ago, I took the time to French cut a batch of yellow beans like this, which is time consuming. I think you can get a tool to do it, but I just used a little paring knife. And I turned it into a stir fry. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Three zucchini. So, gotta decide if I want to do some baking with this or just use them for cooking, because I do love them just cooked or made into zoodles, sauteed. I like using them in salads too. They stay nice and firm. I'll do like how you do marinated cucumbers. I'll do these. And then 3 cucumbers, speaking of salads. So I will have those. So I got to put my thinking cap on. Let me know what you would do with some of this stuff. I do have an idea. I have 5 ears of corn I got because Myers had them from Georgia, 5 ears for $1. And I was going to have some on July 4th, and then we got home late and needed just a quick dinner, so I didn't get them done. Get them cooked, cleaned and cooked. So they're in the fridge still. And I saw a salad that had broccoli and corn on the cob that you cut off. And it had cucumber, and it had some tomato, and some onion, and a vinaigrette. And I think that'd be a really good salad and a good use for some of these veggies. So I think I'm gonna make that. And I think it'll be good. And what I like about salads like that is they don't go mushy. You know, you can keep them in the fridge for a few days. You can add a protein to it if you want, or just eat that for like lunch or something. And it's a healthy snack then too in the house. Okay, so I am going to make the corn salad. I took 2 ears of the corn, and you could just use it raw, but I chose to wrap it in a damp paper towel and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. You can do less just to bring out the sweetness some, and then put it into cold water. So let me cut this one. So it's not like cooked thoroughly, but it kind of changes color a little, and I think that brings out the natural flavor more. But I have also used corn raw in salads. Depends on the corn. Some corn is so sweet, like when our Michigan corn comes in, I don't need to do that. And then the broccoli, I cleaned it, I cut off. I'm not using the whole head, and I might not use all of this. And I did lightly blanch this also, and then shock it with cold water. And I want it in little pieces. And now the cucumber. This isn't a real seedy cucumber. You could use an English cucumber, but I'm using what's in the veggie box. Extra seeds there I will take out so it doesn't make the salad too watery. Here's what it's looking like. And I might dice up some of these broccoli smaller or take the stems off. I don't want it to be a broccoli salad. You can use cherry tomatoes. And you can leave out anything you don't like. Okay, now we need some onion. Take out that outside part. It's a little tough. Red onion would be really pretty in this. Green onions. I'm using a candy onion. I'm going to season it. I'm going to season it with some salt and some pepper. Went out and got some mint and washed it, and I'm going to add that to it. The one of the recipes I was inspired by added mint and basil. I don't have any basil in my garden yet. Hopefully soon. It's coming. So for the vinaigrette, I have a basil infused olive oil that I'm going to use. You can use regular olive oil, but I figured that will give it that flavor. Mix it in. Now we're going to mix up the dressing. About a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And I'll put measurements down below. I'm going to use rice vinegar. You could use any flavored vinegar. You could use apple cider vinegar, red wine vinegar. A little bit of honey. A bit of salt in there. Some pepper. I'm going to add just a little bit of dried garlic. So we're going to pour that on top. And mix it up. I thought about adding some lime juice too. I might do that. I think this is just a perfect little summer salad. It would be good on tacos even, chicken tacos or fish tacos. So here we go. Summer corn salad. Into the fridge this is gonna go. The flavors will all marry. It's gonna have that pop of rice vinegar. I might add the lime juice too. I have 1 lime in there just to brighten it up, I think, because lime and mint go so well together. But I'm just gonna put it in the fridge now, and I'll have it then for dinner, for snacks, for lunch. Easy. I think it would be great to take to a picnic or a potluck because it's not a mayonnaise-based one. And not everyone likes the creamy mayonnaise-based one. That's what I did with part of my veggie box this week. I used some broccoli, some onion, tomato, cucumber. So I used 4 different vegetables, and the corn I had that needed to be used up. So what a great way of using up veggies you have in your refrigerator. Radishes would be good in this. Cauliflower, you can adapt it to what you have. So that's my veggie box for this week. And some of the ideas that I'm going to do with it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I like to hear your feedback and your ideas because it's interesting what people do in different areas and what your traditions are. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.